Hey, what's up everyone? So today I'm doing a follow-up video of a previous video that I have done, and that was about how to tattoo on fake skins as a beginner. So what I'm going to be doing today is tattooing on fake skin and showing you how to tattoo a rose design. Start to finish, I'm going to explain how I do it, the things that I have seen that help with tattooing on fake skins, and I'm going to tell you a tip and trick at the end that'll help you out a ton. So stick around and enjoy the video. And also, don't forget, if you like content like this and these videos are helping you on your career to becoming a tattoo artist, like and follow down below so I could help you guys out more. Okay, now that we have everything set up and ready to go, you can clearly see the colors I'm using. I'm using a dark green, a lighter green, which I like solid ink. I'm using olive right here, and then a mold color, and then a regular red, and then a pink. And then I have my straight black and my gray wash. I always like to set up my colors, my darkest ones on the right, so I know that this is always going to be my black and this is going to be my gray wash. And I set up my actual colors on the far right is the first one I'm going to do, the second one, the third one, and last one. So you always want your darkest colors on the far right side so that you know this is the exact order you're going to go with, because if you start with your lightest color like your pink and then try to go to a green, it's going to muddy it up and it's going to look terrible in the skin. So make sure you're doing your darkest colors first and then progressing throughout. Awesome, so we'll get started on the rose. I'm going to be using an 11 round liner for the outline of the rose and keeping everything consistent the whole way through. I'm going to be running my machine at a 10 volt, and this is a 4-stroke machine. Okay, I'm going to be getting into the actual line work, and if you have any questions on line work, I also made a video completely about this subject. So if you want, you could go after this or pause this video and go check that one out before you actually get started on this. Always starting on the bottom, just because you don't want to wipe away your stencil if you're working up top. I do this also with actual clients. I'll always start from the bottom and work my way up. Alright, since we already made a video about the actual line work and all the secrets and tips to help get better with that, I'm going to speed up through this line work so we can get to the shading. Okay, now that we have all the line work done, you can clearly see everything is done. I just wanted to point out that whenever you are tattooing fake skins, you can see that I'm holding my hand kind of like this when I'm tattooing, but you want to tattoo exactly how you would be tattooing on clients. So hold your hands like this, you know, whatever way you need to get comfortable tattooing that way, so that when you do start on clients, you don't have to relearn all these things. It'll just come natural because you've been practicing this way to begin with. So, you know, practice stretching the skin and, you know, just get used to all that stuff. It'll help you out in the future for sure. And be sure to stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to show you a pro tip that'll help you out a ton, especially when working with fake skins. Awesome, now that we have our mag needle out, we're going to check our depth and then we will get into the actual black shading. So I'm going to start out with my black right here and just start on the areas that need whipped out. So the inside of here, one thing that'll help you out a ton if you are first starting out, anytime you're doing a design, make sure that you're like using colored pencils and coloring it in first. That way you know where everything needs to go. That's one thing I did whenever I first started out that helped me out
a ton, just because I didn't have to really think. I could just follow exactly what it was and do it that way. Whenever you're doing shading, you want to think that the darkest areas are going to be the stuff that's over, like underneath all the overlapping stuff, so the stuff in the background, just so you can see that I'm putting all my really dark areas in areas that are like that, like overlapping and, you know, just in the background to show depth. Alright, so this part we're just showing the black shading. If you have any questions about the shading and stuff, I also made a video about that, so you can check that out as well. So I'm going to speed up through here so we can get to the actual color. So I'll see you in just a second. Okay, now we're going to get into color. So I am dipping my actual cartridge in a little cup of water right now. Here, I'll put this on camera so you can see. So I'm just dipping it in and kind of brushing it around just to get all the residual black ink off of it, because if you dip it in the colors right now, it's just going to muddy up the colors and make it just not able to be tattooed with. You're going to have to re-pour all your colors, so you want to make sure you're dipping it in here and washing it off really good. And you're going to do that with every color. Awesome, so now we're going to start on our dark green. And these are going to go in the actual leaf, so we're just going to brush over the areas where the black was and just try to transition out from that black to this dark green. Okay, now we're going into our lighter color, so we're going to dip it in our water, clean out our cartridge, and go back in with the green, the light green this time. Okay, so that's what we're trying to get right there, is the smooth transitions from your black to your light green. And that's why we use that olive color in between, to just help break up that black and go into the lighter tones. Awesome, now that we're done with the green, we're moving right along, dipping it into the water, cleaning it out, and then going on to our red. Okay, making sure we clean our needle again and then dipping into our pink. We're gonna go over these little areas with the pink just to give it a little bit more definition and show that it is a different color than the actual petals. And there we go, our rose is done. Awesome, so here is the tip and trick I could give you for tattooing on fake skins. This is what you stayed till the end of the video to figure out, and it is a game changer. So instead of using just water and soap to clean off your fake skins, the best thing to use is just Vaseline. I've had a problem when I was first starting to tattoo these. I couldn't get it clean. It was just a mess. I was just rubbing the actual fake skin off, trying to figure out how to get all this extra ink off and make it like clean. So what I do is just rub a ton of Vaseline over top of it, and I'll rub this in just all over the whole thing so you can clearly see that it is coated with Vaseline. Then what I'll do is get my dry paper towel and then just wipe it, and you can see that it just comes right up with the paper towel. So awesome, just wiping it off, and that way when you're done with your tattoo you could get a perfectly clean picture of what you just completed. Awesome, so this is the finished tattoo. I'll spin it around so you can see a little better. That's what you want it to look like when you are done. That's the end game you're trying to get with all the smooth transitions, all the reds, and learning how to tattoo with color and learning how to tattoo a rose. Awesome. If you liked this video and if you learned anything from this video, the best thing you could do is like and subscribe down below so you can follow me and see all the new videos I'm coming out with. I'm going to do a lot more tattoos like this. I'm also going to do some reviews of some cartridges you could get on Amazon and also some Amazon machines. So if that's things that you have done, you've bought a machine off Amazon, I'm going to go through in detail and tell you what is worth getting and what's not. Awesome. You have a good day.